Let's go. We are back. Let's go. We are live. We have news. Something exciting happened. Let's go. I'm so pumped right now. You guys have no idea how excited I am that we have something happening. We've had a whole lot of nothing happening, but that changed today. Literally just a few hours ago. You know what, though? Let's get pumped up, shall we? I got something to kind of get the blood flowing here. Let's get this going. Hold up. Let me go full screen on this. Let's go. It's an exciting day, y'all. Let's go. Is this a W or an L? Let me know what you think of this. You even recognize who that is?
Hello? Yo, I'm thinking about going to play some pickleball. You interested?
Remember last week?
What?
AC
baby. Don't tell me you've never heard of
this week. It's Eddie and Webby.
I can't say that I have. Dude, you are missing out on something really fun.
This is an OG song right here. What? If you know this song, you're a real one. Oh, snap. Who wears wristbands? You wear gloves? D5.
Let me tell you about this game that's sweeping the nation. It's not something that you'll find on Xbox or PlayStation. It's the fastest growing sport that no one's ever heard of. Just give it a shot, and I'm sure you'll fall in love.
Pickleball!
What?
Pickleball! What?
Pickleball, addicting and fun, that's no joke. Pickleball, and it's not just for old folks. So what exactly is this game? I claim this so fun. Well, pay attention, because I'm gonna educate you, son. It's like tennis, badminton, and ping pong rolled into one. You can play 2 versus 2, or even 1-on-1. The paddle can be made of wood or composite materials. The ball is like a wiffle ball. The main difference is the holes. You can play this awesome game indoors or out. If you get skilled enough, you'll make spectators scream and shout. The toughest part to learn is how to keep score. I could teach you in the song, but that would be a bore. The best way to learn is to go out and play. And once you do it, you'll probably want to play it every day. It's good, clean, fun, addicting, and fast-paced. But if you're a hater, then I'ma suggest you get out of my face.
Pickleball! What? Pickleball!
What? Pickleball, addicting and fun, that's no joke.
All right, enough of that. Oh my God. All right, are we going to take another verse of that? It's good, though. Shout out to Eddie and Webby. Yo, we are back. Another live stream. Who is in the chat? Sound off. What's up, everybody? Who we got? We got Jana. Jana's always here. Let's go. We got Steve. All right, Steve, I got you blocked on Instagram because you send me DMs every single day about random stuff that has nothing to do with pickleball. I still love you, though. We got Zay's Pickle. Hell yeah. We got Odoth. The biggest Vivian Glossman fan, known for Koopy Nation. We might have to switch it to Vivi Nation. All right, we got Kate in the chat. Let's go. We got Tom here. What's up, Tom? Yeah, hell yeah. We love Eddie and Webby. Eddie and Webby, OGs. They've been supporting Sorry Not Sorry for a minute. Oh, look who it is. It's Webby. How I didn't get an official recording contract from a record label after making that, I have no idea. Dude, we got to... Okay, what do we think about this idea? Rap battle, Alex Crum versus Webby. What do we think? Like a rap battle where they like try to diss each other. Dude, I think that would honestly be epic. Cause like Alex Crum might sound better, but I feel like Webby is literally gonna dedicate his whole life to like destroying him. Although I do know Webby loves AI, so he's probably gonna like cheat and use AI and it's going to be like painfully obvious. I'm from Detroit. He has no chance. Yo, that's wild. We got Bob in the chat. Hell yeah. What's up, Bob? I might play with Bob in New Jersey coming up. Let's see. I pissed off Steve. Steve, bro, you don't have to block somebody for that. LOL. All you do is have to mute me or just send me a message saying, hey, don't send me any reels. I'll stop, bro. Unblock me. Actually, I think that's what I did. I think I just muted you. I don't think you're blocked. Because you didn't know this whole time. It's so funny. You're right. I'll check. I'm not trying to block you. And you're right. I should have just told you, but I didn't want to hurt your feelings, bro. Judy, I just saw the UPA news, and you were the first person I thought of. Aw, Judy, I'm in your thoughts. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna be talking all about it. Steve makes a great point. All right. I'll unblock Steve. He didn't deserve it. All right, yo, guys, today was crazy. I was gonna do a stream yesterday because I've been doing them on Tuesdays, but there was nothing to talk about. And I'm so glad I waited. I would have been so mad if I did a stream yesterday and tried to just pull out content out of my rear end, and then this drops today. I would have had to do another stream. But yes, no, I'm so glad. We got some other stuff we'll talk about too. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Jimmy Miller, Tyler Lung of the King of the Court podcast played Ava Ignatowicz and Camilla Zilvetti, I think that's how you say her last name, of the Balls Deep podcast. And we got some things we'll show from that. They put the match footage up. It was quite entertaining, honestly. So we'll definitely be talking about that. Steve Bosley, like, actually, yeah, you didn't block me. I still see yourself. Thanks, bro. No doubt. That's so funny. Well, you know what, Steve? No matter what, I'm glad you're here, man. Saw the Balls Deep game, loved it. Yeah, it was very entertaining. If you guys don't subscribe to Balls Deep, you got to go over there right now and go subscribe. They actually have a good show. Yo, Ava and Camilla, very funny together. They got a good dynamic. Ava is ruthless with her roasts. I love somebody who could roast somebody with like a straight, like, deadlock face, and like, you know, she's like actually friends with them, but she just like really commits to it. I love that. It made me like laugh out loud multiple times. I'm going to show you a few clips from that. So we'll definitely be talking about that too. So we got a fun little show today. Before we move on, everybody smash that like button. I hate saying that, smash the like button. It seems so cliche. If you guys would kindly press that like button, that just helps the show get out to more people. They get notified, they see it and all that. So I would really appreciate that if you guys could hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, make sure you're subscribed. Hit the notification bell too. That way you could hop in on the live chat. I know we got people on Instagram. If you guys are on Instagram, come over to YouTube. Come over this way to YouTube. Instagram's cool, but YouTube's where it's at because I can see your chats. All right, we got Phil in here. Hell yeah. Let's go. All right. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I showed a little Eddie and Webby to start us off. But also shout out to Webby. He posted this the other day. This made me giggle. I was very happy to see this. Check this out. Yeah, Webby supporting the show with a sorry not sorry hat. Let's freaking go. Dope hat, dude. Hey, if I wanted to get a hat, where could I get one? Oh, funny you ask, random person. Well, let me show you where you can get one. You can get one here on the Etsy store. Guys, if you want to support Sorry Not Sorry channel here on YouTube, if you want to support what I'm doing, if you like these live streams, if you like the tournament recaps, consider grabbing something from the Etsy store. You could also become a member on Patreon, or you can even become a member here on YouTube. So shout out to all the members on Patreon and YouTube. I actually forgot to pull the list up. I'm going to give them all a shout out in a little bit. But yeah, if you guys want to help support the show, this is a good idea for a little Christmas gift. So consider it. I'm wearing one of the hoodies right now. I love this thing. Super comfy. So maybe you want to grab yourself one. All right. Enough about me and plugging my stuff. Guys, shall we get into the big news for today? Actually, I want to know this. Does anybody in the chat not know what's going on? Because that's the thing about this. As I feel like we all know what's going on. Like maybe there's a few key details that we missed, but I do want to talk about it. Like, does anybody here not know what happened today? Are you like, did you just get a notification for this live stream and you're like, I didn't hear about this. What's going on? Like maybe you're not on Instagram. Maybe you're not on X. And if you're not, then it's possible you don't know what's going on. Can you make them more minimalist? The Etsy clothing? I guess I could try. I would love to. I don't really know what that means. I mean, I know what it means, but I don't know what it means. You know what I mean? Oh, we got Camilla here. Yes, Balls Deep is the best podcast, and they need sponsors. Yeah, we got to get them some sponsors. You guys should start a Patreon or like do YouTube members. I would totally sign up for that. I think a lot of people here would too. Come on, Camilla. You just got to put in the work. Set it up. You're not putting in the work. Do you really want it? Sponsors are probably better. On my way to the Pickler right now for a ladder league match by coincidence in an SNS t-shirt for the battle. Let's go, dog. Hell yeah, Bob. Yo, take a pic of you playing in it. I would love to see that and share it. No, we want brands. She's like, we want brands. You just want the free stuff. I know you. You just want free sheath underwear. Camilla is a huge sheath underwear fan. And she loves to tell me that her boyfriend wears sheath underwear. like one of the first messages she ever sent me was like, my boyfriend wears this kind of underwear. I'm like, cool. I didn't need to know that. No, but she's very supportive. She does love Sheath underwear. See, told you. I was supposed to work on Christmas stuff today, but saw news in Discord and said, oh, snap. But says a lot about me that I stopped everything to read about the announcement. Yo, it's crazy news. It really is. It kind of came out of left field. All right, so let's get into it. There's a few players this weekend that went to Japan. They went to Japan for a little like clinic. Seems like it's kind of like a tournament. It's like a play with the pros type of thing. And it backfired big time. So for those that don't know, when you sign a contract with the UPA, which is the PPA and MLP, part of that contract is that they say, hey, if you're signing with us and we're going to give you money to play, our condition is that you don't go playing for other leagues. You know, they're working to build you up as a player to kind of build your image up. And they see that as like that's their investment. You know, it's like if someone like Paris Todd, for example, she gets really good, people want to watch the PPA. So they want to promote those players and say, hey, this is a PPA player. So there is a specific thing in the contract that says you are not allowed to go to like other tournaments. Now, there is an exception. So it's not black and white that you can't go to like another tournament or a clinic that's outside the PPA or anything like that. You just have to get permission. And so, oh, let's go. Hey, Shay's here. Hell yeah. My favorite show is on. Oh, that means a lot. Big Sack says Glosman and Ignatowicz power couple canceled. Yeah. I'm not going to spread any rumors, but like some people said something maybe happened there. I don't know. I don't know the truth. I honestly don't think that that's true, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was. Okay. So yeah. So you can go do other clinics and stuff like that, but you have to get like written permission by them. So that in and of itself, that makes a lot of sense to me. Like why would the PPA let you go to these other tournaments without their permission? Like, because then you just would be doing a bunch of stuff. Like if Paris Todd was able to just go to the APP, that's boosting up the APP. That is not good for the PPA. So an exclusivity agreement makes sense, but then also, you as a player, you get extra benefits from the PPA. It's not all about prize money all the time. Like you are getting like guaranteed money when you show up to these tournaments, which is huge because then you could make a living playing pickleball. Back in the day, you got to remember, like it was only payouts for like how you did in a tournament. So imagine you want to become a pro player. You have to really commit yourself. Like, unless you're rich, you are grinding and you need to place really high. Like you have to come in like quarterfinals or semifinals. And if you're not making money. Think about what it costs to go to a tournament. Plenty of players have like done breakdowns. It is a lot of money to go to these tournaments and just play out of pocket, to the point where if you don't have money on your own, you're not going to be able to do it for very long. So it's great for the sport that they're giving them guaranteed money, because that allows them to say, all right, I'm dedicating my life to being a pro pickleball player. I'm going to get better and raise my skill level and come to all these tournaments and stay consistently. The MLP teams could rely on these players to stay with them. So that's a good move, but it does come with a caveat. It's like, okay, if we're going to give you that, we have certain conditions that we're agreeing to. Let's see. PPA needs Paris, so she will be allowed to stay. We'll see about that. We'll talk about that in a second. But Paris and Hayden was able to do the promo in Malaysia and Vietnam. Was that signed off by the PPA? Yeah, I think that was PPA Asia. So that was like PPA's thing. So totally allowed. Yeah. It's Justin. What's up, Justin? I didn't even realize that was you. What up? PPA saying that their competitors leveraging their name is very true. The Pickleball Japan Federation used the PPA name and likeness of their pros to sell the event to people. It's definitely justified. Yeah. So that's the thing. So this event in Japan, the thing is, so this league or whatever, they say, hey, we have PPA stars coming. We have James Ignatowicz. We have Paris Todd. We have Ryan Fu. We have Vivian Glosman. And when they market that, they are saying they are PPA pros. It's like a sense of credibility to it. So while they're not like using the PPA logo, by them saying PPA, it's like they are saying, like they are using the PPA as like a marketing tool almost to say like, oh, these players are like good. You should come and see it. Oh, it was not a PPA thing they did in Malaysia. Oh, maybe I'm confusing it with something else. Okay. Yeah, then maybe it was just that they got permission or whatever. The millennial quarter life crisis of going to Japan backfired. Everyone I know is going to Japan. It seems like a nice vacation spot. Yeah. It was a Franklin event, but almost certainly they got it cleared. Yeah, exactly. So I'm sure they got it cleared. You know what's funny? What I was thinking about today, I actually want to check this out. I don't actually know. I forgot to look this up. But okay, so let's see. This news dropped about what, like 3 hours ago? No, maybe more. It dropped like maybe 4 hours ago. I think that the news dropped. And so basically the news dropped at 6 a.m. Japan time. Like, think about that. Yo, they all went to bed last night and they slept peacefully. Like, yeah, we had a great event in Japan. It's like the next day right now in Japan. So they went to bed, they did their event, and they were like, wow, we did our event. That went great. All the fans loved us. We had fun. We made some money. That was really cool. I'm really liking Japan. Meanwhile, like, while they're sleeping, PPA is like, yo, what happened? We got to put out a message. And they are literally waking up right now to this news that they are now coming back home to chaos. Like, their life is getting turned upside down. For 2026, they had all these plans of what tournaments they were going to, what partners they had, their sponsors. Their sponsors are almost certainly saying to them, hey, we want to sponsor you because you're going to be playing in these PPA events. Like, that's going to be a rough discussion with their sponsors. Luckily for James Ignatowicz, his paddle sponsor is himself. So it's not like he's worrying about that. But still, like that, it's kind of funny to think that they were just sleeping while all this is going on. And they're literally, it's like 10:30 almost right now. Like, they probably woken up within like the last hour or two and just seeing all this. Like, when you wake up in the morning and you're just kind of like, I don't want to get up. I'm just going to go on my phone and like scroll on like Twitter or like Instagram or something, just watch a bunch of reels. Like, they just wanted like a peaceful, like slow rise to their day. They're like, I'm on vacation. My work here is done. I could kind of slow roll into my day. Maybe I'll go get some matcha and wake up. Maybe I'll do a little exercise. Maybe I'll go look at a cool museum or some cool shops downtown in Tokyo. And then they just see this. And now like everything comes to a halt. Like, you cannot enjoy Japan after this. Like, how do you not think about this and try to like fix everything? It's crazy. I don't know. This has just been the craziest thing ever. Let's see. They even use clips from Ignatowicz and Gloves playing against Ben and ALW. No logo, but leveraging their... so yeah, that is kind of crazy if they use the footage. Hey, I'm no stranger to that. But yeah, it's like, they're not just saying, oh, pickleball player James Ignatowicz. They're saying like PPA pro player James Ignatowicz. I would love to see anybody try to argue on behalf of the players against the UPA. Hey, I'm open to it if you have a good argument to make, but like the way I see it is, they signed the contract. I don't know. Like, if you sign an agreement, you're getting something, they're getting something. You agree. It's mutually beneficial. Now, should that be the way things operate? Well, that's like a different question. Like, the only reason why this is here like this is you got to realize too, there's not a ton of options for players. When there was a Tour Wars MLP versus PPA, that was great for the players because there was competition. They were competing for the players. They say, hey, we'll give you better benefits if you come this way. No, we'll give you better benefits if you come this way. Now it's just the PPA. Yeah, there's the APP, but let's be real. Like, whatever the APP has to offer you pales in comparison to what the PPA and MLP could offer you. So it's like a kind of not really competition there. Now, it would be much better if there was something close to the PPA in terms of like, power and money that could say, hey, well, we'll give you this. If there was more competition of trying to take players, that would put the PPA in a position where they go, all right, maybe we'll give a little bit more freedom to the players we sign. So that way it's an extra incentive to come here. It's like workplaces. Workplaces have like different benefits. Like, oh, we'll give you like unlimited PTO. we'll give you like, free lunch every day, whatever it is. It's like they're trying to take people away from somewhere else that they could go. So right now there's not a whole lot of competition. So the PPA, or the UPA, I should say, has a lot of leverage in their contracts, which that sucks. And I kind of hope that changes. But as of right now, it's like, man, you sign the contract, and I don't know. I don't know what the contract exactly says, but I would imagine that it's legit. And this has happened already. It's not like this caught them off guard. We saw that. Who remembers Wang Yun? That's how you say his name, right? Am I saying that right? I've been working hard on that. Wang Yun, QD. This happened to him. He got like a warning about it, did it again, and then he got his contract terminated. Now he's playing in some like India, kind of like MLP for India. But he's been long gone. And let's be real. We all kind of, I don't want to say we forgot about him, but like, I'll just kind of shrug our shoulders. It's like, he's a great player. He was kind of fun to watch on the Mad Drops for MLP, but like, I don't know. It's not, nobody's going, I'm not watching the PPA anymore because QD is not on there. Like, we're not saying that. So anyways, let's see what you guys are saying. UPA fantasizes that they are a nationally syndicated, sin-dictated sport league like NFL, MLB. I get it, but they should be trying to keep great players who bring views. Yeah. At the same time, I don't think Ryan Fu is moving the needle. I like Ryan Fu. My fiance actually was devastated to hear about Ryan Fu. That was like one of her favorite players, because the first match she went to, she watched Ryan Fu and Blaine Hovenier, and she was like, whoa, these guys are going nuts. This is like kind of fun. So like hearing about Ryan Fu, she was like, oh, that like makes me kind of sad. So, some people are fans of him, but that's not really moving the needle too much. Vivian Glassman already wasn't playing PPA. She was playing MLP. I don't think that moves the needle too much. James Ignatowicz, potentially. There's a lot of people who really like James Ignatowicz. But Paris Todd, there's a lot of people who like Paris Todd. But the thing is, they're not giving Paris Todd the axe yet. And we'll talk about why in a second. But yeah, I mean, it's a tough balance, because if you're the UPA, you can't just let everybody do what they want. Like if you just go, well, first off, if you start playing favorites like that, now QD, Ryan Fu, Vivian Glassman, they all got like potentially a lawsuit. Like, hey, you're applying this to me, but you're not applying this to somebody else. Why are you like discriminating against me? I'm not a lawyer. I don't know anything about their contract or law. But I would imagine that they might have like the lawsuit possibility. It also just doesn't look good on the league if they're playing favorites like that. With that being said, I do think that these are kind of contracts that they did want to get rid of. Like they didn't really want to have Vivian Glassman around, so they're looking for a reason. I don't think they wanted James Ignatowicz around, so they wanted a reason, because I think he has a really big contract. Like when the Tour Wars happened, MLP versus PPA, a lot of players got huge contracts. So I think that that's weighing heavily on the situation right now. And I think they have like a valid excuse to get rid of James Ignatowicz. So what happened was, in here, I'm going to share this article, because let's talk about Paris Todd. So Paris Todd is the only one out of the four that didn't have any repercussions yet. I guess they're still looking at what's going on with her. But let me share my screen here. So this is from pickleball.com. So they said Paris did proactively reach out in advance and requested permission to conduct a single camp in Asia. And we granted a limited written waiver for that specific camp only. Our team explicitly told her in writing that if the trip evolved, if new events were added, or if any other pickleball-related activities, such as exhibitions, play with a pro, clinics tied to other tournaments, etc., if that were contemplated, she was required to come back to us for additional approval. The actual itinerary and activities ended up being materially different and broader than what was disclosed and approved. That said, unlike the other three players, Paris did follow protocol by asking first and did not deliberately hide her plans. She at least attempted to do the right thing, even though the final scope far exceeded the waiver she was given. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing. Here's what stands out. And I haven't seen anybody saying this, but I feel like everybody's kind of implying it. and I don't know if this is why, but when I read this, here's what I'm thinking. So Paris Todd reached out. It was more than she said, right? But think about it like this, because here's also the thing, like, bro, I mean, look at this. Like, look at this, look at this promotion. Like, their faces are all on there. From clinic to challenge, like, that's as obvious as it gets, right? The PPA, UPA, they're going to look at that, right? Now, when Paris, like, okay, so they got Paris reaching out. They say, yes, you could do it, but keep it to just this. And if it evolves, you got to let us know. I would imagine, and maybe I'm wrong, but I would imagine the UPA did a little bit of due diligence, and they don't just go, oh, well, Paris just told us about it in a text or an email. They would probably look into it to see what is it, right? Like, they're going to look and say, like, let me look at the website. Let me look at the, like, advertisement. Let me see what's going on here. And let me find out what it is. Based off of our research, we'll deny you or approve you. So that means that when Paris reached out, the UPA knew that James, Ryan, and Vivian would be participating in this. So that means that the UPA could have said, hey, let me pick up the phone. Yo, Ryan, James, Vivian, is it true you guys are going? Because you guys need to ask for permission on this. If they really cared about them, they would have called them up and contacted them and said, yo, hold up, I don't want you guys doing this. Or, hey, you guys need to ask for permission, okay? They didn't. So to me, it seems almost certain that they just looked the other way on this. And I really think that they did that on purpose. Because I think they said, hey, let's just use this as a way to kind of get rid of these contracts. And now they have the leverage to say, well, hey, guess what? You broke the terms. Your contract is done, null and void. We'll sign you to a new contract if you want, but here's the conditions. And so you either choose the new contract or you have nothing. So what should we do? So I think that's kind of what's going on here. Justin says, PPA being Big Brother is crazy work. I do agree with the commentator on another post that they need a union. Yeah, that's interesting. I've been seeing people say that. Who's hotter, CTT or Bad Pickleball? Oh, Clock the T or Bad Pickleball. Who's hotter? I don't know what Bad Pickleball looks like. Did you see what James posted on IG? Says the only thing. Oh, yep. I was going to show that in a second. Yeah. Let's see. Yo, these midstream ads are annoying AF. Oh, is that going on a lot? My bad. He's like, please stop it. Brother, get YouTube Premium. I know not everybody has YouTube Premium. Let's see. They're going to get wasted at the izakaya to drown their sorrows. I don't know what that is, but that sounds great if you drink alcohol. We need a hot off. Okay. Here's the argument. Let's trade Jimmy, Paris, and Ryan for QD. Interesting. I like Paris. I don't know. If I had to choose between Paris and QD, I'd probably choose Paris. I feel like, now is not the time to get rid of like good women pickleball players. We need as many as we can get. If not, we're going to have Annalie Waters and Anna Bright for an eternity. Okay. We need Paris Todd. If they don't do APP, do they just do clinics forever and not play competitively? Okay. So yeah. So that's what I'm thinking with all this. And you know, what's interesting is check this out. So I saw somebody talk about this and I was trying to verify if it's true. Honestly, I have no idea. So this is the federation that they were going to. Okay. So this is it right here. The Pickleball Japan Federation, PJF, right? Pickleball Japan Federation. And I was like looking into it and you could see in 2025, January, they joined the World Pickleball Federation. They joined the International Pickleball Federation. Basically, it's like a group of different countries with their their country specific leagues type of thing. But what I did see as well was this. So on the APP website, check this out. This I thought is kind of an interesting element to all this. If you look at this, so this was an article that came out in, where are we at? December 1st. So this was 9 days ago. Global Pickleball Alliance and Global Pickleball Ratings formally launched. Global Pickleball Alliance formally unveiled. So they made this thing called the Global Pickleball Alliance. Now, if you look at the Global Pickleball Alliance, it doesn't say anything about this Japan League, but in this article, it gives a list. So it says the founding members include USA, which is the APP, Australia, the National Pickleball League. It's got some other ones. And then look at this. Oh, this is actually a different one. Oh, I'm an idiot. This is okay, I'll take the L on this. Completely different thing. But this says Japan Pickleball Association. Okay, so I'm dumb. I got the wrong acronym here. Whoops, I guess I make mistakes too. I thought that was the other thing that they went to. The other thing they went to was the Pickleball Japan Federation, I guess. Okay, so different pickleball league in Japan. I was about to be like, yo, here's my conspiracy. This was actually an APP league, and they paid them a bunch of money to come so that way their contracts get terminated and they could sign them in the APP. Okay, so maybe I just broke my own theory. But, I mean, it does beg the question of, like, what happens next? Like, what do you do if you're this player? I guess they have a few options. It's like Ashley said, do you just go back to like coaching and clinics? I don't think that's a good idea. I feel like you got to use the momentum of, I guess you could say fame, but like your notoriety, your credibility. You can't just like go, oh, I'll just go back to like coaching at like my local racket club or whatever. So they could do that technically. They could sign a new contract with the UPA if the UPA is willing to do that. I guess there's a less than zero chance of that. But also they could go to the APP. Okay, a fourth option. They could go play with QD in that India league. I don't know how many of these, players want to play in another country because that does require a lot of travel. You're away from your home a lot. Maybe they're into that. Maybe they're not, But I think a lot of people are wondering, are these players going to go to the APP? And I find that really interesting because, it's like I was saying before, I think if the players want more leverage, there has to be competition from another league. APP is not really bringing it right now. Let's just be real. But if the APP signs these players, that's going to be more eyeballs. I'll tell you what, if James Ignatowicz, if Paris Todd, and Ryan Fu and Vivian Glasman, but more so for James and Paris, if they were to make a move to the APP, I'd be interested. I'd want to see that. I'd want to see how they stack up. I mean, I'm sure that they would do very well. It definitely would move the needle for the APP if that happened. I mean, what do you guys think? Would you watch the APP more if they went over there? I think so. QD got like 1 million warnings. Yeah, he was basically asking for it. When did I get engaged? This last weekend. I didn't want to make a big deal of it, but I couldn't say my girlfriend because that wasn't accurate. I don't want to lie. Bro just nonchalantly dropped some crazy lore. Maybe I did. This reeks of politics for Ignatowicz and Glasman because of their contract not being restructured. Fu was collateral damage. Yeah, it does seem like that. I don't think that they wanted to get rid of Fu, but it kind of goes back to the thing of, hey, we got to keep this like universal. We can't just play favorites here. Parasite probably has a huge money backing from sponsors and personal assets. To be honest, I doubt they don't want the smoke with her. Oh, true. Yeah, because her sponsors are definitely going to be incentivized to try to push back on that. I really think that her reaching out prior to will probably result in some sort of undisclosed fine. All the cool cats in the chat. Let's go. What up, Bad Pickleball? Let's go. Oh, Odasa Dog. There you go. All the cool cats and the cool dogs. Paris might be able to get away with it and justify. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think it's going to be like a slap on the wrist. But I do think they're going to use the fact that she asked for permission as kind of like their way of playing favorites here, which makes sense. That'd be pretty devastating to get rid of Paris Todd. So yeah. Where's the Tina Pizzic and Colin Johns led WPPA and all this? Protect your fellow players. That stuff seems to keep falling apart. Because I really think it's like, I don't know how much leverage they have to be able to do something like that. Okay, yeah. Odoth is a dog, we've established. Is it possible that Paris notified the UPA that her, Jimmy Ryan, and Viv were playing as well, hence why they didn't notify? I mean, like I said, it's morning in Japan right now, so I'm sure we'll hear from them in a little bit. I think they would have said something like that. You know, I'm going to show. So here, just to show you guys, because everybody keeps mentioning it, it is hilarious. James Ignatowicz did tweet this morning for him. Tomorrow morning for him. Today in the afternoon for us. This was his tweet. I thought it was a awesome tweet. He said, the only thing UPA certified about me are my blackout RPMs right now, live on rpmpb.com limited edition. So trying to what is it? No news is bad news. What is that? What's the saying? You know what I'm talking about. He's trying to use this to market his paddles. Great idea, honestly. Only thing UPA certified. So he doesn't seem to be like pushing back. He's like, yep, it is what it is. And hey, I mean, I think he's kind of found his next chapter, which is this RPM paddle. A lot of people using it, a lot of people talking about it. He's really good with the marketing on it. I have to say, we're always talking about it. He's always doing something interesting. How long can he keep that up? We'll see. But so far, so good for him on that end. I was skeptical when he first started his paddle company. I'm like, great, another paddle. How many of these do we need, really? But hey, it seems to be working for him. So. And then I love this from Ava Ignatowicz, James's sister. She tweeted this. This cracked me up. James will really go to any length just to avoid ever playing me in a tournament. Hilarious. I think that's a match we all deserve to watch. So we'll talk more about Ava's recent matches in a second. Let's see. It's giving wrongful termination unless UPA is an at-will employer. Yeah, I wonder how that works. I guess I don't know. Are the pro players employees or independent contractors, though? Makes a huge difference. Good question. I don't exactly know. I think that they're employees because, you know, they have all those things in there where they have to, like, there's certain obligations they have to fulfill. I guess I don't know if that makes you a contractor. I don't know. I guess that's a good question. I don't actually know. It's exactly like the PGA and LIV. I think you say it LIV, right? Yeah. Pro golfers with PGA receive suspension for playing in LIV. Yeah, it does seem similar. I don't know a lot about golf, but I do remember hearing about that because I remember that was kind of like during the Tour Wars-ish time. People were saying how like there was a split and then they came back together, I think, at this point. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I think they are kind of united now, similar to like how UPA is. A lot of folks are upset, but it's hard to argue with contract violations. Yeah, exactly. These players are making six figures. Maybe not Ryan is violating their contracts. Yeah. I mean, look, I'm not really concerned with how much money they're making, but it is like, yo, if you agree to something, like it'd be like the opposite way. You know, it'd be like if you have it in your contract that you get a certain payout and the PPA didn't pay you for that payout, you know, we'd be like, yo, PPA, like you got to pay these players. It's in the contract. You agreed to it. So that's kind of how I feel about that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Janet says, yeah, you'd watch APP more. Agreed. Yeah. I think, definitely. I think it's like, it would move the needle with all those players too. So could there be bad blood between PJF and UPA? Oh, Pickleball Japan Federation. I mean, I think it's just, at the end of the day, it's just another competitor out there, you know? Because like here's the thing, it's like when you think about, you know, PPA is trying to make moves in Asia, right? In Japan specifically, let's talk. If they're going to put on a clinic in Japan, like how many clinics, like think about yourself, like how many clinics would you go if they come to your area, wherever you guys live? Like if a clinic with PPA pro players are coming, are you going to go to every single one if they're like a few times a year? You're probably going to go to like, I mean, some of you might. But a lot of people, most people would be like, hey, these are kind of expensive. I'll go to one, you know, maybe one, maybe two a year, whatever it is. But you don't just go all the time. So, I mean, think about it. It's like if, you know, the PJF puts on this clinic, now all those people got that clinic. They don't need to go to the PPA one. I'm not even saying that the PPA is planning on doing one there. I'm just saying that's kind of the idea behind it is it's like, if you're a competitor, it does take away that demand, you know, it makes it like less valuable what the PPA would be doing there. So that's just me trying to look at it through their lens of like, why would they would do this? Because think about it right now, the UPA, they're getting a ton of crap. Like there's people who are upset. Like, whoa, why are you doing this? Like, I love Paris Todd. I love James Ignatowicz. I love Ryan Fu. I love Vivian Glassman. Let them play, you know? So clearly the UPA has a reason why they feel like this would be a better move than letting it slide. And I think I understand. You know what I mean? Like, I think I do understand their line of thinking here. APP just isn't as watchable to me. Not sure what. Yo, Ashley, exactly. Like, I don't know what it is. I watched the APP and I'm like, what is it? And I've even tried, like, I'm like trying to like watch and analyze it. And I'm like, what is it? Because they do have like pretty good production quality. You know what I mean? That's not like, you know, like if you watch like an amateur tournament or something, you're like, this is kind of like not great production quality. It kind of takes you out a little bit, makes it a little bit tougher to watch. It's not that bad. So it's like, no, it's not even that. And it's good. And it's like, maybe it's just a lack of knowing kind of the storylines and the players. I don't know what it is, but it seems like every time there's a PPA tournament going on, something funny or cringy or awesome happens. And then you feel like with the APP, it's like, it's kind of just like pretty good pickleball. Like, that's about it. That's what you're getting. You're getting like pretty good pickleball. Now, every now and then something cringy or something exciting or something like some drama happens, but it just seems like so much more rare. And I'm like, what is it? Is it because there's like, you know, the PPA has cameras on every court now? Like, is that what it is? Like, we get to see more stuff going on? I don't know. There's something about APP that just is like less entertaining. I even was trying to think, I'm like, is it the mics? Like, is it the audio? Like, I feel like in PPA, you kind of can hear what's going on the court a little bit. Like, you can kind of hear like the murmurs of like what the players are saying on the court most of the time. Every now and then, not really. But like, if there's like a singles match, like, and it's like singles Thursday and the crowd's not really there, you definitely like hear what they're saying. I felt like, and maybe this has changed, but I felt like when I'm watching the APP, I can't really hear what's going on the court too much. And I don't know, there's something about that. Like, it kind of makes it a little bit less entertaining. So maybe I'm wrong about that, but that's kind of like the only thing I can really think of. But there is something to it that just, it's like, just not as watchable. But I used to love the APP. So maybe it is just the talent level. Like, maybe we're just kind of spoiled with like really high level competition that when you take like a step down, it's just not as exciting. You know, because I had the same thing when I was at MLP finals in New York. You know, I'm watching the challenger match and I'm like, all right, it's like good pickleball. It's like, it's not bad. I wasn't really like into it. And then the minute that it went to the premier level match, the talent level completely elevated and it was so much more entertaining. And it's just like, yo, maybe that really is what it is. Like, maybe it's just, we are seeing such good pickleball that like anything that's short of that, still really good pickleball, but like short of like the highest of high levels, I don't know. Maybe we're just like so used to that other stuff that it you know, we've kind of spoiled ourselves into it being unwatchable. Would be great to see Paris against Jilly. Yeah, it would be. They'd just be hooking each other back and forth. I would watch APP if they didn't skip the entire tournament except streaming the finals on ESPN2. Yeah, I know sometimes it's been a little tough to watch. Oh, thank you, Judy. Appreciate that. Paris just won MLP too. Would be pretty yeah. Like, man, the Sliders lose that. Yo, that's big. That's big. But again, I really don't think they're going to get rid of Paris. I think they're trying to like not come out immediately, be like, she's fine because she got permission. I think they're trying to like, I don't want to say scare her, but like scare everybody else into like, yo, this is really serious. And like, you can't just say you're doing one thing and then do another. Like, we are going to like check in on that and we will know. So I do feel like it's kind of one of those things where, you know, they're trying to like let it be known to like all the other players out there. Chicago Slice cooked. Yo, they really are. They lost Viv and James. Paris played APP for a long time. She just recently came to PPA like 2 years ago. Yeah, well, man, you know, it's funny. Go back and look at 2023 who was playing APP, and it is like half of what the PPA is now. The APP used to be awesome. There used to be a lot of us that are probably watching it now that used to be watching APP in the live chat. It was a ton of fun. On my way to open play, but I had to drop in and say, hey, what up, Kev? There we go. What's up, Kev? Can't cut Parrot for this. Probably suspension. Yeah, I can see that. I can see it being. Imagine they just like suspend her for like just the next PPA tournament and then she's back by Masters. That'd be kind of funny. She probably, I don't even know. Does anybody know? Was she planning on playing in the next tournament? I should have checked that. Let's see. All press is good press. Yeah, that is what I meant to say. Thank you for that. Love Ava. There we go. Yeah, we love Ava. Don't want to lose Paris, but if she went back to APP, would love to see her against Jilly. Yeah, I think that'd be like the matchup that we're all trying to see. Is like, what is going to happen there? We all love Ava. See, even Olaf loves Ava. I love Ava. Wish she would unblock me. Wow. Is she, she's your version of Steve Bozick? There you go. Maybe she just muted you. Do you think they will ban Paris? Yeah, like I said, I don't know. I don't know if they're going to, I don't think they're going to ban her. I think that'd be a silly move, especially if they have an out. So anyways, that's kind of my thoughts on that. Let's see. Chris, let's go to Los Cab right now. Yo, please do not knock on my door. I do live at Los Cab. I probably shouldn't say that. Oh, check Discord. What's going on Discord? Uh-oh. Hold up. Breaking news. Oh, interesting. Okay, so here we go. Just saw this. Okay, so I don't know who this is, but Quinn Reardon, I guess, must work for Pickleball Japan Federation. Says, to clarify, Pickleball Japan Federation is not a competitor to PPA. We are a non-profit organization dedicated to spreading the joy of pickleball to Japan. We support PPA's event in Fukuoka. I think I said that right. And are currently cooperating with local partners to potentially host a PPA event in Japan in 2026. Our first PJF championships held in December 2024 greatly expanded the number of pickleball players in Japan, and now pickleball is booming in Japan. Part of that success is due to James Ignatowicz and his team teaching clinics at our event, which helped generate tremendous enthusiasm for the sport. Okay, so he's on the chair for the PJF Board of Trustees. That's interesting. Okay, so he's saying, hey, we're not a competitor, but I still think, like, at the end of the day, like, I don't know if the UPA is going to know that right away. Like, they should probably have to, like, I don't know. I guess it's less on the PJF as it is on the players. Like, they should have got that cleared up, I just think. But that is interesting. That adds another layer to it. I mean, this all would make a great documentary, to be honest. Yo, when is the documentary about the Tour Wars going to come out? That's the thing that I'm looking for. Because that was the craziest thing. If you were around back then for that, yo, that was single-handedly like the craziest thing to ever happen in pickleball, I think. Like, that was such a fun week when it was just post after post. Signed. I could not focus on anything. Anyways, let's see. They need to make a pickleball version of the Formula One Netflix show. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that. I do think that would be good if someone could pull it off, but so far nobody's been able to really pull something like that off. APP drama is more behind the scenes, whereas PPA has cameras everywhere. Yeah, I think that is part of it. The cameras on every court was a great move. We've seen so much stuff this last year because of that. It's because of the talent. It's not the tippy top stars. Yeah, I mean, I do think that's like a huge factor. Oh, here you go. Yeah, so I just read that, but yeah, Quinn Reardon posted on Kitchen Thread that he is part. Yeah, they're nonprofit, been collaborating with PPA. Did he say that they have participated? He said they were in talks. Said cooperating with local partners to potentially host a PPA event in Japan. I don't know. He never said that they were in communication. You know what I mean? I feel like if you're going to make a post like that, I'm sure he was very specific and very thoughtful about his message going out. And he didn't say that they were in partnership with the PPA. It just said, we're currently cooperating with local partners to potentially host a PPA event in Japan in 2026. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they were talking to PPA. But yeah, I don't know. It is interesting still. They're going to take away Paris Todd's Rain Storm sponsorship. Yeah, they might dump her now. Went to an APP tournament a couple years ago, and many that I watched are at PPA now. Yeah, exactly. All the players basically went to PPA. Hey, if you're trying to make money, that's where it's at. Oh, let's go. Benny Bedtime. Thank you for the super chat. Hell yeah, Benny. Thank you. Did we forget this is pickleball? PPA takes themselves way too seriously and will be their own downfall. Yeah. Look, they make a lot of mistakes for sure. You guys know that I am very open and honest about that. But I don't know if it's a mistake to put in exclusivity contracts. Whether this would apply or not, that remains to be seen. We don't have all the details yet. This kind of just happened today. So I do get the sentiment. It's like, hey, you guys got to figure out a way to keep these good players, and I don't know, maybe that means having the contracts be a little bit more open so they could do stuff like this. But hey, look, I mean, at the end of the day, they told Paris, yeah, you can do it. They gave her permission and they said, let us know if it's more than that. So I would almost say, I don't think that they would have said, oh, hey, Paris Todd just told us it's more than what she told us. I'm reading what it is truthfully. And no, Paris Todd, you can't do that. I don't think they would have said that. I mean, I guess I don't know for sure. Maybe they would have. But there's nothing to indicate that they would have prevented them from doing it. They just said they wanted to know ahead of time, which I don't know. Like that seems like that seems reasonable. It does seem reasonable. As much as I would love to hate on the UPA for this, I can't really argue the other way. It doesn't really seem right. Haven't seen much from King Jared on the Kitchen yet about the firing. I think they released an article, the Kitchen. I mean, I guess that's not him, but I laughed out loud when you said Paris and Jilly would be hooking each other. You make me laugh. P.S. I like Paris. Yeah, I think most people like Paris. Actually, I don't know. I've heard some people, they aren't the biggest fans of her, but I think she's a good player. I'll say that. James hasn't been the same player since he and AB split. He needs a reset probably. Yeah, honestly, it is there is like definitely a correlation to like them being in a relationship to them breaking up, like downward, for the most part. I guess a few small spikes here and there, but the shade. Love the RPM paddle though. Hey, a lot of people said a lot of people said that they do like the RPM paddle. So yeah. So anyways, like that's that. I guess we'll wait to see. I like they should be up by now. It's 11 o'clock in Japan. I just got here. What happened? Let me catch you up, Mateo. Well, how have you not heard the news? Go on X, go on Instagram. You'll see UPA axing players left and right because they went and did a clinic somewhere else. And they kind of use the PPA as marketing in a sense. And the PPA is claiming it's a competitor. But this Japan League is now coming out and saying, we're not a competitor. We're a nonprofit. We support the PPA. And so it seems like they're not really in support of, or they don't really agree with the outcome here, which I don't think they would. I don't think JPL is like, yes, we got away with one. I think they're like, yo, like, shoot, now players are going to be afraid to come here. So yeah. And that makes you wonder too, like, I don't know, did that kind of ruin it for other players who want to go do things like this? I don't know. But either way, I bet you players are going to be making sure that they have permission to do everything and anything that they're doing now. So yeah, let me get some water real quick. I'll be going hard. What do we think? Everybody take your prediction. What do we think? Paris Todd, is she going to get permanently banned? Is she going to get a new contract? Is she going to get suspended? Is she going to get fined? Is it a slap on the wrist? I guess it's one of those 5, right? What do you guys think? Is it APP for those other players? What would you do if you were those players? Would you just call it quits? Would you try to sign a new contract? Would you try to go to APP? I honestly don't even know what I would do. I really don't. But I will say, if you're Paris, well, let's leave Paris Todd out of this part because it's still up in the air. But like, if you're, let's say you're James Ignatowicz, I'm sure James Ignatowicz is sponsored by other companies out, like besides the paddle stuff. So for his other sponsorships, like they're not going to want to sponsor him if he's not playing in the PPA. And I mean, maybe they'll renegotiate if he's going to APP, but yeah, it's just kind of crazy to think. Let's see. I believe she would get fined and maybe a 30-day suspension. That would be kind of that seems like the middle ground for what people are thinking right now. Paris will get fined. James got keyed because he has a large contract. definitely agree that, like I said before, they looked the other way on purpose. It's pretty obvious. And I think they did that on purpose. Like, let's be real. Let's say Paris Todd reached out, said, hey, I'm going on this Japan thing. I'm doing a clinic. Do I have your permission? They said, yes, but we're going to look into it. And if anything changes, let us know. They look into it. And imagine that they saw on that flyer, it said Ben Johns, Annalie Waters, Christian Alshon going to be participating. And they go, wait a minute. Ben and Annalie did not ask us. Christian Alshon did not ask us. You're telling me they wouldn't get on the phone and talk to them about it? Come on. Like, obviously they would. They wouldn't just let it go. Because we all know, because that's what everybody's saying on this, and I think it's true. I don't think this would happen to any of their star players. That would be a catastrophic mistake. You know? And honestly, are we even sure that Paris Todd asked for permission? If I'm these other players, I would like to see the written permission she gave. Because, and I'm not alleging that this happened, but hypothetically, it is possible that Paris Todd didn't ask for permission, and the UPA was like, yo, what did you guys do? Like, why would you guys do that? All right, let's just say, Paris, that you asked for permission, okay? And maybe they make something up like that. Maybe she didn't, you know? And this is your kind of like, let's keep Paris, but get rid of everybody else. We'll just say that Paris asked us. Oh, yeah, she called us. Yeah, she called us and told us over the phone. We don't have any actual records of it. She *67 and called us. Cause right? Am I wrong? Yo, am I crazy for thinking that? Maybe I am. I feel like it's a valid theory to just pose out there. I don't have any evidence for that. But like, let's say let's say Ben, Annalie, and Christian did that. What would the UPA do? Would they go, oh, they didn't ask us for permission. Guess we got to let them go. No, they would go, yo, what are we going to do to make this okay for you guys? All right, we'll just say that you guys asked us for permission. You guys did get permission. Yeah. You guys are clear. Am I wrong? Let's see. No, Paris will not be terminated. Small fine or slap on the wrist. Yeah, probably. They don't want to lose Paris' platform. She's bigger than the others. 100%. That would be the biggest loss. Paris gets a warning and a fine. Contract violations. The rest get an opportunity to sign a contract under the new structure would be my take. Most likely. I think honestly, that would probably happen. What happened? I just got here. Yeah, you're going to have to rewind. It's worth the rewind. I promise you. No, I'll catch you up. Vivian Glosman, Ryan Fu. Do I have to keep doing this? Vivian Glosman, Ryan Fu, James Ignatowicz terminated contracts because they played at a clinic in Japan. Paris Todd, she asked for permission first. So they're giving her kind of some leniency. They don't know what they're going to do with her yet. Yeah, even Heishe says, I bet they made that part up to try to keep her. I agree with you, LOL. UPA 100% knew and let this happen to get rid of the contracts they wanted to. UPA's motto should be all players are equal, but some players are more equal than others. If you know, you know. Yep. Let's be real, though. That's like anything in life, you know, and sometimes it makes sense, right? It's like you're going to go to bat for the players that, or just for anybody. Like you're going to go to bat for the things and people that are valuable to you and support you. And you're going to look for loopholes and try to get rid of the things and people that aren't, you know? And I'm not saying that as in what is right and wrong. I'm just saying that as like an objective reality of life, you know? And, you know, and I think we kind of oversimplify things and we, you know, like wouldn't the APP try to do something like that too? Like, I don't know. I wouldn't put it past the APP, like to do that. It's not like APP is all good and PPA is all bad. You know, it's like, I think most leagues would try to keep the good players and get rid of the players that hurt them, whether it's financially or, you know, like because of reputation. I believe James got a gold medal after his breakup with AB. He was injured during that period. Also, it's been so long. Honestly, I forget. I'm so bad with recall with like results. I literally do a tournament recap and then like everything is out of my brain. Like I don't remember anything. You know what I mean? Like I will remember like every paddle smash, every paddle snap, every cringe moment from someone like Christian Alshon or Colin Johns or Kate Fahey slapping her head. Like I'll remember all that, but like ask me who won a gold medal last week. No clue. Zero clue. You are one of not ALWB. That's why I thumbs up, Chris. Sorry, but not sorry. You are one of not AL. Am I having a stroke? What happened there? It seemed like you were trying to say something nice. I guess. What's good, fam? We got Parker here. Hell yeah. What up, Parker? Anything in business is possible based on my firsthand experience. Yep. I mean, technically, Viv needed to sign the new contract because she was holding out on her old contract. Yeah, the situation with Viv is a little bit different. Like, she was having contract situation, and she was only playing an MLP because of it. So they just, again, another example of them just wanting to get rid of her, I think. Hope Glazzi goes and starts wrecking the APB tour. Yo, honestly, definitely the preferred move as a, like, please do not go to India and play in that like team league. Like, please do not pull a QD. Like, no disrespect to that league. Like, I'm sure it's great for India. Like, I want pickleball to thrive in all these countries. That's great for all of us. But like, yo, please do not have all these players like go to some like different league that we know nothing about and they play in like the middle of the night while I'm sleeping. Like, yo, please do not do that. Please go to APP if anything. Oh, with Bert Slutsky. Yo, Vivian Glosman, Bert Slutsky, 2026, taking APP by storm. Who's Bert Slutsky? Is he that other lefty? That is a callback to last week's live stream. All right, let's see. UPA needed to free up money to get Kyrgios to play one tournament. Yo, did you guys hear about that? Side note, I forgot about that. I was planning on talking about it, but totally forgot. Nick, I don't even know if I'm saying his name right. I don't watch tennis. I'm not a tennis fan. Okay, so leave me alone if I'm getting this wrong. But Nick Kyrgios, totally butchered that. Hold on, let me read it. Where is it? Kyrgios. I don't know. You guys know him. He's like a really good tennis player. I've seen some highlights of him. Honestly, actually, I've never actually seen highlights of his like good plays. I've seen him do that little like weird serve that he does every now and then, that like drop serve kind of thing. And it made me laugh. But yo, he's like a really good tennis player. And apparently Jack Sock was saying that he's planning on playing in a few tournaments next year. Jack and Nick playing together. I don't know what that's going to be like. Based off statistics from how tennis players have done so far in pickleball, it is not guaranteed that they're going to do good at all. So I don't know. And I don't know how much time Nick is going to put into it, you know, but it would be interesting to see if he takes it serious. I think that would be really, really fun to watch. And it would be really, really fun to watch if they get their butts whooped. Like, that is what I'm rooting for. I like Jack Sock, but if he's playing with another like tennis star, yo, I hope that they get beat up. I hope they get double pickled every single time they play. That would make me so happy. Anytime I could talk smack about tennis, it warms my heart. Yo, that is like literally the internal battle, like within me is like not internal battle, but like my big passion is like separating pickleball from tennis. Like, that is like my core thing that I want. I think that's why I love MLP so much, is because it really just differentiates pickleball from tennis, you know, because tennis is not doing that. So anything that like furthers that divide, I'm so for it. Because let's be real, tennis is so much easier than pickleball. Not even comparable. I think you'd cover this subject for now. What's next? Okay, I get it. I love watching the Indian Pickleball League. Okay, well, I've never watched it. I'm down. Let's see. The G is silent. Kyrgios. Oh, I have heard people say that. Kyrgios. Okay. I know who he is. No worries on pronunciation. Yeah, okay, we all know. Kind of like a pickleball serve in tennis. Okay, right? Yeah, that's like his thing. Everybody, Kyrgios. He should make a cereal. Kyrgios. Instead of Cheerios. How did Paris do a long haul flight to Japan and not mention she advised UPA for trip and other three were oblivious? Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. Or, yo, here's another conspiracy. Paris was in cahoots with the UPA. She got permission and they were like, yo, don't tell them that you got permission. Don't say a word about it because we're trying to get rid of them. And we'll slip you a little hundo. Hey, Paris. Have you ever met Ben Franklin? Have you ever met 5 Ben Franklins? Because Ben is asking that you don't say anything to them. Who really runs UPA? Is it Ben Johns or is it Ben Franklin? I think I know who. All right. Anyways, yes, we did cover that exhaustively. But there's a lot there, and I always love spreading some baseless conspiracy theories to get us all riled up. All right, let's move on. I want to talk about this next. Who saw this? In the meantime, quick little plug. Real quick, if you guys are liking this, hit the thumbs up button. If you're watching on Instagram or on X, come on over to YouTube. This is where all the fun's at. Hit that thumbs up button if you guys can. That helps the show. That helps the channel. By the way, if you want to become a member of YouTube, link for that is down in the description below. Shout out to Super G, Jake Gelvar, the Pickleball Jones, Parker, who's here, Edith. We got Kate. Thank you guys for being a member on YouTube. We also got Patreon if you guys want to support that way. Let's see. Who do we got on Patreon real quick? Just want to give them a quick little shout out. We got Darren. We got Denny, the Pickleball Jones, Jason, Eddie, Jeff K, Allie, Jason F, Jana. We got Robert. Jana's here. We got Robert too. So shout out to everybody who has supported this show on Patreon or YouTube. If you guys want, I got the Etsy store too. Go get yourself some Sorry Not Sorry merch. Okay, there we go. Done. That was the halftime plug. Let's see. What are you guys saying? Ben Dover runs you. Ben Dover. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's actually not a bad conspiracy. Hey, maybe. Okay. All right. You guys are loving my conspiracy. All right. That's what I'm here for. Here we go. All right. Let's go. We'll see if it's got legs. We'll see if we find out. But it's worth wondering. You got to ask questions. Who benefits? Cui bono. Is that it? That's the saying, right? Cui bono, right? Who benefits? That's what you got to ask. You got to start from your conclusion and work backwards. All right. Anyways, moving on. All right. So there was some playful beef between Jimmy Miller and Tyler Loong of the King of the Court podcast and Ava Ignatowicz and Camila Zovetti from the Balls Deep podcast. And it was friendly, but they kind of talk smack to each other. It's fun. But at Worlds, this is like a few months back, I think in October now, they played a match against each other. Best 2 out of 3. And, excuse me. Oh, man. So they played a match against each other. And there was like a bet. I think it was something about like Cheesecake Factory, something like that. Ava and Camilla said that if they won, spoiler alert, they did, but we'll show you how that happened. But if they won, King of the Court had to name 2 podcasts after them and say that Camilla and Ava are their daddy. Love that. I don't know if that happened yet. Apparently not. But let's talk about this. So I got some clips I want to show here. I'm going to go right to the stream. And everybody, go right now. Go subscribe to Balls Deep. I know Camilla was actually here in the chat. She's been a huge supporter of me and Sorry Not Sorry, and I always appreciate that. She's very funny. So is Ava. And they've got some good episodes so far, but this might have been my favorite thing they ever did. And there's just some parts I have to show you guys. And also, I miss covering pickleball matches. So this is like me, like, hey, for old time's sake, let's cover some pickleball matches. So here, let me share my screen here. We'll get into this a little bit. So here, let's go here. All right, there we go. Let me go full screen on this bad boy. Can you guys see that? Nope. All right, hold up. I'm a boomer. 1 second. All right, so where we got the first clip, let me pull up my timestamp sheet. Okay, first off, check this out. So we start this match. How do you guys think the match started? Let me ask you guys this. What do we think the match started with? This is the best way to start the match. Check this out.
Should I fast forward until we start?
Yeah, let's put the start.
Let me lower
All right, we're fast forwarding until we start.
Hold up. I got it on double speed because I'm a savage like that. Yo, today I tried to listen to something on 4 times speed. Couldn't do it. Couldn't hang. All right, but check this out. So this is a very start of the match.
Oh, they're starting. Okay, here we go.
Tries the nasty Nelson.
Sorry that Ava's off the screen.
He tried the nasty Nelson.
Tyler tried going for
Absolutely crazy. And completely missed. I don't know if you guys, let me rewind that. Completely whiffed on the nasty Nelson. Yo, L's in the chat for Tyler Loong on this missed nasty Nelson. Camilla didn't even have to move. Yo, I'm going to put an L in the chat. L, Tyler. Yo, that is crazy. Okay, so anyways, that was like a great start to the match there. L's in the chat. There you go. Yeah, we got Justin. Ava's here. L, Tyler. Yo, speaking of conspiracies, Camilla with the L as well. Yup. Yo, speaking of conspiracies, I'm going to show you guys in a second. If you guys think my conspiracy theory was great, wait till you guys hear Ava Ignatowicz's conspiracy theory. It might be the greatest conspiracy theory of all time. I'm going to show it in a second. But check this. Okay, so I was thinking about this while I was watching it. I'm like, yo, I miss commenting on matches. And I actually really enjoyed the commentary from Camilla and Ava. But here's why I enjoyed their commentary is because it's so unique to them. You know, it's like I do my thing, Zane does his thing, and they both really do their thing. Like this is so, let me give you a little snippet of what I'm talking about. This was cracking me up because I'm like watching like for good shots, but listen to what they say here. Like just listen to their commentary. Imagine me doing commentary like this. I could never because it's not me. It's so true to them. So anyways, here's what I mean. Let me play this.
That was such an elite shot. Did you guys see that? That's right. Clip that, chat. Clip it.
Wow, my dress is cute. Are you wearing a dress or yeah, is that a top? It's a dress. It's a
Oh,
dress
cute.
from Target and it's green. It matches your little top. Oh, and I look so skinny.
Whoa, look at that pressure and
I
the.
just love we got this like insane drive down the middle, like completely catches Tyler off guard, and she's like, "Isn't my dress so cute? I just love it. Yeah, I got it at Target. Oh, it's adorable. Oh, I'm looking so skinny." Like, meanwhile, there's like highlights going on in the background. I was literally laughing so loud. But this is okay, guys. This is what I'm talking. This is why this is good content. Whether you want to hear that stuff or not, I support this wholeheartedly, unironically, because they are being genuine and sincere and original. Like the stuff they're doing, nobody else is doing. So anyways, that's my plug for them to go support them. Why is there a huge whiteboard on the court? Oh, Dave LL with the burn. I was like, what is he talking about? I had to like look, and then I see what you're talking about. Balls deep, nation, rise up. Oh, apparently they have a full conspiracy theory pod coming up. Oh, they did say that in that episode. The picnic pattern dress is super cute too. Yeah, I think the women love that dress. I can't hate on it. It's definitely not bad. Like I whatever, you do you. I don't hate. All right. So anyways, there was that. So that's like the vibe of it. And I just loved it so much. Okay. I want to say this, and I want to give Jimmy some credit. So I'm not going to show you the whole match. Obviously, go watch it. It was worth the watch. Tyler did not play great, but whatever. He's a pro. So like he plays okay. He had some good points. Seemed like he didn't really want to like turn up like he thought he would. But Jimmy, on the other hand, man, honestly, Jimmy, and I'm not saying this to call him out, Jimmy did not play great. And that's putting it nicely. But here's the thing. Jimmy played so bad that I actually felt really bad for him. He missed a ton of serves, a ton of returns, popped up a bunch of balls. And it's actually, and I'll play this and then I'll talk a little bit more about it. But here, listen into this here.
Oh, good hands.
Yeah, that's like the lack of warm up. Sorry, team.
Serve.
Usually I get those back. I'm a mid-court machine. Did Jimmy just miss a serve? Oh, yeah, that's right. He missed like 100 serves.
Oh, yeah.
He couldn't make a serve to save his life.
Oh, he was nervous. He had the yips.
Allegedly.
You know why he was nervous? Jimmy has a crush on both of our boyfriends.
That is literally true.
Jimmy is obsessed with Brian, and he's obsessed with Drew. And Brian and Drew were there watching, and Jimmy could not handle it. He was like, I don't know what to do.
Oh, so did they serve?
So there you go. So Jimmy had the yips, and guys, if you watch it, it was apparent. And I can't even make fun of him for that. As someone who has had the yips severely, it's bad and it sucks. And when you watch him, you're like, I knew right away. I'm like, oh, he has the yips. And I don't know if it's a lack of warm up, if he was nervous because he was around Ava and Camilla's husband and boyfriend, or she's married, right? Yeah. Either whoever they are, husband, boyfriend, whatever. He definitely had the yips, and dude, that sucks. And Jimmy, at least in the first game, it was very apparent. I kind of feel bad because I feel like I wish he didn't, because it might have been a little bit more competitive. And like, it's just so bad that you're like, there's no way he's always that bad. So yo, man, I hope that that doesn't plague him, because I know what that's like. It was worse than Connor Garnett. But I'll be honest, his yips were not as bad as my yips that I've had. And it sucks. Anybody here had the yips? Have you guys ever had it? It sucks, man. It is not fun. I absolutely love what those ladies are doing. Hilarious, wit, and creative. I picked up on the dress thing right away because Jimmy had criticized what George and Rachel wore at Lakeland. Yeah. Oh, it was very obvious. I think she said at the beginning, she said that she was wearing it for Jimmy. I think, yeah, if you watched King of the Court and you kind of knew that was the deal, yeah, that was a smart play on Ava. I wonder if she had the dress before, if she bought it for that specifically. Less Jimmy hate. I think he's a phenomenal player. I think generally, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think Jimmy is actually like a decent player. So I was like kind of disappointed that he wasn't locked in playing his best during this. But hey, that's the game. You got to show up when it matters most. What I love is that Jimmy on every episode calls Ryan Fu and Ava the worst players in PBA. Then they crapped on him. Yep. Jimmy Nation, rise up. Curious minds want to know, does your fiance play pickleball and what level is she? No, she has literally, and you might not believe this, but she has literally never played pickleball in her life. She's asked me a few times, like she's kind of throwing it out there. We've just never really made time for it. It's just not her thing. It's not really her thing. She does do, I don't know how much she wants me to even talk about this, but she does do like indoor rock climbing, and sometimes we'll do that together, whatever. But she does not play. So what level is she? She is a 1.0 until she proves otherwise. She might be playing during the holidays, so I'll report back in case you care. Ava Nation, rise up. Yes, Camilla's married. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Clocked. We got clocked by the T. Fu Nation, rise up. Yo, everybody rise up. RIP to a legend. Yes, it sucks to have the yips. Okay, Mary knows what I'm talking about. Yo, having the yips is terrible. I actually, man, I got a few things that I do to try to minimize it, but every now and then it creeps back in, and it sucks because it's just embarrassing. You know, like there's no getting around it. It really is embarrassing, and you just want to like scream to everybody, like, "Yo, I'm not normally this bad. I swear, I promise, I'm better than this. Like, believe me, I could actually hang. Like, it's something is happening to me. My brain is short circuiting. It's a terrible feeling." Bow Nation, rise up. Oh, Odoth beefing. Bow is overrated. I like Bow. He always says nice things about me. Ava, I've had the yips my entire career. Once I get over it, it's over for these scrubs. Yeah, so that's exactly what it was. Ava would be surpassing her brother James in gold medals had it not been for the yips. Yeah, that's probably it. He was playing his best. We're just that good. Yo, maybe that is it. Yeah, you guys were so good that he was missing serves left and right. He was so intimidated. Heishay has never played pickleball. That's actually true. I've met Heishay before, and turns out she has never. I tried to play with her, and it was actually very awkward because she like denied. She's like, I've never played before. I don't have a paddle. I don't even know the rules. I don't even know. She's like, I heard of this kitchen thing, and she like literally refused to play because she's never done it before. Jimmy has a crush on their boyfriends. LOL, poor guy. Does anyone know the last match he's played on KOTC? Acts like he doesn't play anymore. Maybe he's busy. I don't know. Although that is what I'd be saying too. I barely play. I say, it's kind of funny because if I have like a bad match, I remember the other day I played against these guys who were like really good, and I was so embarrassed because I didn't really warm up too much, and I played like crap like first like 2 or 3 games. And I even cringe at myself because I'm like trying to like I'm like, man, I'm like really holding you guys back, huh? Like I'm trying to be self-deprecating, but it's like so over the top self-deprecating that they're all like, bro, chill, like it's fine. And the one guy was like, so have you been playing a lot? And I was like, no, not at all. Psh, barely. Like maybe like once or twice a week, if that. And like even when I play, like I'm just playing for fun. Like it's crazy. So I totally get someone saying that. Your fiance is beating Jimmy on his best day. Oof. Ouch. What a burn. Chris, what's your duper? Honestly, I don't know. I haven't logged into duper since like beginning of 2024. It's been like it's been almost 2 years since I've looked at it. And I'm keeping it that way because I don't want to know, because I want to have plausible deniability. I want to be able to just say when somebody asks me, what rating are you? I can be like, yeah, I'm like a 4.0 and like confidently say that. It's not lying if you don't know the truth. Wow, fiance has never played. How does she put up with your excitement about all this? She's very supportive. and she's been to pickleball events. She's gone to PPA and MLP. She actually enjoys it, which has been surprising that she's a fan. So yeah, it's good to have someone who's supportive on that. I will say. Bow refused to give Mawika shirt, and I will never forgive him. I don't know what that means, but that does sound messed up. Come on, Bow. Bow refused to give me a Wika shirt, and I will never. What is a Wika shirt? I don't know what that is. Is that a brand? Have had the yips, and it truly sucks. Oh, Judy, I'm there with you. Facts, man. Let's play a 4-5 tournament. Are you kidding me? A 4-5 tournament? Like, do you hear yourself? The guys I was just talking about said that they played a 4-5 tournament, and I got destroyed by them. Okay. I don't think so. We're going to have to drill a lot to get me there. So I might need to go to a Japanese clinic or something. I don't know. Hey, are any pickleball players available to give me a clinic or a lesson? I don't know. Maybe like James Ignatowicz, Ryan Fu, or Vivian Glausman. I would love a clinic from them. Are they available? Are they allowed to give me a clinic? I will fly to Japan right now if they will get me ready for this 4-5 tournament with Justin. I will do it. I have a feeling that they won't be doing that. All right. Anyways, back to the match. What was it? The best part, the conspiracy theory. Okay, check this out. Ava has a very well thought out conspiracy theory. I actually was very impressed with this. It's one of those things that really makes you think. You're like, yo, maybe you're right. It's kind of crazy. So here, I'll let this play. I'll just let you guys, kind of take this in, and you guys let me know. What do you think about this conspiracy? Do you agree or do you disagree?
In our conspiracy theory episode, which will be coming out soon. But I have a conspiracy theory that Tyler Loon sucks. And that's it. That's the entire theory. Tyler Loon sucks. He's literally a lefty who doesn't actually
You just got back
anything.
100 balls from him.
Yeah, Camilla, I never miss.
This is a good point. Yo, this is a good point. They literally couldn't handle it. They needed that. Tyler really needed that point. Okay, go on about the conspiracy.
My conspiracy theory is that Tyler sucks and that he's a lefty who doesn't actually do anything except go for Ernie's. And that's all he does is go for Ernie's.
Drop in the comments if you think Tyler is a lefty that just goes for Ernie's or if he's more than that.
What do we think? Is that true? Is Tyler just not good? Does he, or as she put it, does he actually suck? Is it just because he's a lefty who goes for Ernie's? Let's see. Don't worry, I got you. We could drill a cab. Yo, Justin, I think the move is let's make me a lefty and teach me how to Ernie as a lefty. I think that apparently works. According to Ava, I think that they seem available now, all those players. Yeah, they might be able to coach me. Ava, you got to teach me how to be a lefty and how to Ernie. I want a clinic with Elise Jones. Little random, but I guess that's how you feel. Yeah, I guess that would be kind of nice. She seems cool. I've heard good things about her doing stuff like that. Love that it's so funny. Everybody wants to talk about my fiance. I shouldn't have said it. Now everybody's like, oh, fiance. Love that your fiance likes attending. My hubby doesn't play, but he is so supportive and follows PPA pros to keep up. Yeah, look, I mean, for people who aren't really into it, like all of us, like everybody who's here is like a pickleball pro nerd, which is, I mean that in like the best loving way. And I mean that as I say that as myself. It's tough for everybody else to kind of keep up with it, but when it's on and you're watching, and look, I think if you do a good job of here's the thing. If you just toss on a pickleball match with your husband, your wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, whoever, they're going to watch it and be like, okay, it's just like the sport. But the thing that interests other people are the storylines. And I've noticed that even when I talk to people who still aren't big fans, I'll say oh, this thing happened. And they're like, oh, is that the, the one with Christian Alshon is so funny. I have a friend who's like, oh, is that the dude that was hooking up with that 16-year-old? And I don't know if that's true. That's just what somebody told me. Okay. I'm not making any claims, but that's how he associates him. I don't know where he got that from. But yeah, it's funny how these storylines are the thing that people remember. or even like Anna Lee being like the one that played with her mom, the really young girl who's really good, or Ben Johns, is that mouth breathing guy, Paris Todd, kind of known as like the fashion one, so people have like their kind of things that you get associated with. And I think all that is really good. Maybe that is like why the APP is struggling a little bit. It's because they don't have all those things like associated with their players, really, So if you have a husband or a wife or girlfriend, boyfriend who's not really quite into it, try to just focus more on like the players and the storylines and, like who they are as kind of people. Because I think once you like see someone that you could kind of relate to a little bit, that gets you more interested. Or maybe even someone you like hate on a lot. Maybe that gets you interested too. Everybody's different. Based, not a conspiracy, completely real. Well, that doesn't mean it's not true, but anyways. Clocked, Ava didn't lie. True. No Tui slices everything. Balls defense never lied. Yep. It's kind of like when Alshon always went for tweeners. Much better since dropped the tweener king handle. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. Doesn't seem to get partners outside of Utah. Oof. Dang, everybody's hating on Tyler Loom right now. My Tyler Loom conspiracy is that he dyes his hair yellow to conflict with the ball. Yo, Mary. What do we think? Is that true? Did he do that for that reason? You might be onto something. Yo, that's why he bleached his hair. It matches the ball. He's trying to get any advantage he can get. Interesting. Ava Nation, rise up. Yeah, my mom watches our podcast and was so confused on who half the people we were talking about are. Yeah. A lot of the lore. That's the thing that's like kind of tough. Sometimes when you talk about this stuff, it's like even right now, we got a few hundred people watching this right now. Some of you guys know all the lore. Some of you guys kind of know the lore from like maybe the last year or two. Some of you guys are like brand new. You're like, I just started watching like a month or two ago. So you kind of got to like remind people of what happened. And a lot of times people don't have the context. It's kind of tough to balance that. It's tough as a lefty on the pickleball court. Oh, cry me a river. Tyler Loom needs to get in the lab with CJ Klinger and Jade so he can learn how to truly be a good lefty. Yeah. He could learn a thing or two from CJ. The power's in the Powerade, if you ask me. Exactly. Focus on the storyline. I don't think Tyler sucks, but I like a good conspiracy theory. So I'll say Tyler's actually right-handed and plays left just to smash Ernie's. Okay. There's one. It's like a halfway on Ava's theory. Being a lefty on the pickleball court is the best thing ever. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Right? Yeah. It's tough for us lefties. No, it's not. Crystal even said it. Being a lefty is a good thing. All right. I did want to show this one last clip from this because what does this mean? Like this was, I don't even know what this means, but I heard it and my ears perked up. Let me find the timestamp. Okay. So I heard this. You guys tell me what this means. It kind of is real quick. So you got to like really closely listen for it. So to give you context, they posed a question. They said, who would be the best podcast duo? They think that they are the best podcast duo. You guys let me know in the chat. What do you think? So think about it like this. Out of all the hosts and co-hosts of podcasts, who would win in a match? So let's throw out some names out there. You got Ava and Camilla. You got Tyler and Jimmy. You've got Travis Rettenmeyer and Graham. Who else do you got? You got, I don't know, I guess Zane and Eric Tice, if that would count as one. Maybe there's some others, but I don't know. I can't really think of any off the top of my head. But so they were throwing them all out there, like who would be the best. And then I heard this.
One that is good at pickleball.
Okay, let me think. Oh, Chris Callie, we want to play you.
But does he
for
play?
Money?
But is
what?
But he doesn't. It's the same thing. He doesn't want to co-host.
Oh, who was a co-host?
I think.
Okay. So then they keep taking. But what did she say there? You want to play me for money? Like, are you just trying to like take my money? Like, who would I be able to play with? That would be you guys. Like, and I mean that like in all honesty, not trying to glaze you guys, but like, you guys realize you play on the PPA tour, right? You guys realize I constantly get these severe yips, right? Am I missing something? Like, in what mind would I agree to this? What would be the contract? What would I get if I beat you? Like, what could you give me? Like, what's the offer? What is the offer? It beats me. Should I play them? Should we set it up? I would, no lie, if they sped balls up, I would get body bagged like crazy. Lou would be good in doubles if he played with another lefty. Maybe. Let's see. Tyler and Jimmy proved it's not them. Yeah, exactly. Well, no, it's okay. Actually, not really, actually. Because I do think if Jimmy is playing at his best, they would be much better. And like, I don't know, Ava and Camilla aren't going to admit it, but I think that that's true. I think they would be much better. Zane is too busy on the bench. Yo, Crystal always comes in here with like the best Zane burns. It's so funny. She's constantly she is growing up in ranks as my favorite person in the chat every week. Roscoe. Oh, that was another one they threw out. Roscoe and Jared. Maybe I would be interested to see that. I think Jared is one of those players who's like definitely above average. Maybe on the same level as like Jimmy at Jimmy's best. But I don't know. Ava says we need money. Is that why you think you think I would just agree to that? Like, Chris Cali, we play you for money. If we beat you, $50. If you beat us, $50. And they like make it like 2-on-1. It's me versus both of them. Like, do you guys not know how to negotiate here? Like, what is your genuine offer? Is there even a genuine offer? Travis and Roscoe can't win if they don't get to serve every ball and return every. Oh, yeah. Like, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like if Travis is playing with Graham and Roscoe is playing with Jared, like, yeah, like they're not going to serve every single ball. They're not going to return every single ball. So you do have that weaker player who has to like make that shot. And then you're going to take advantage of what is most likely like a subpar shot. Me and you could take them. Me and Odoth versus Camilla and Ava. Imagine we just blur out Odoth's face like for the whole match. It takes us like a year to edit. We just wanted to include you. I did feel that felt good to be included, even though I don't have a co-host. We will play anyone for money. We will play anyone. We are so desperate. They need sponsors. Don't forget they're desperate. Yeah. Well, we couldn't give you money. A sorry, not sorry. Clock the T versus balls deep. I'm down. I'm down for that. Or maybe like me and Zane, the two recappers versus them. That would maybe be more interesting. Nothing against you, Justin, but I just feel like I need like a pro on my side in order to be able to take him. Ben Johns and Rob Nunnery. Yo, that would be great. Oh, what a throwback. For those that don't know, to catch you up on the lore, I don't think a lot of people know this lore. And I'm only saying this because it's already been out in public. Rob Nunnery has come out and said this himself. So I'm not saying anything that he wouldn't be okay with me saying. Ben Johns and Rob Nunnery. Rob Nunnery is a pro player. I don't think many people actually, if you're just new into the pro pickleball scene, you might not even know Rob Nunnery is. He plays in the APP. He's had a lot of injuries. I think he's had like Crohn's or something like that. So he's got like a lot of medical stuff going on. He's very like, he posts a lot about the Crohn's thing. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love that he's doing that. Like, good. Like, I get it. Like, you want to like dispel the what do you call it? Like the what do you call that? Like, like he's trying to like be like, hey, I openly talk about this and I'm not embarrassed. Like, good for him. Like, that's cool. But I'm not gonna lie. Some of the stuff I'm like, I don't know, like needles and like things going inside bodies. It kind of grosses me out. I just quickly scroll past it. But I do love Rob. He's a great dude. I used to love his podcast with Adam Stone. But yes, so Rob Nunnery back in the day, he did a podcast with Ben Johns. And oh my gosh, what was it called? Why am I forgetting the name? Somebody remind me what it was called, but they did a podcast and they were like best friends, like legit best friends. And Ben Johns, your superstar, he slept with Rob Nunnery's wife. Crazy. Not a lot of people know this, but it's true. He slept with Rob Nunnery's wife behind his back while they were doing this podcast, while they were best friends. Ben Johns is dating her to this day. Like Ben, you go to matches and Rob Nunnery's ex-wife is literally watching Ben Johns play like all the time. Like she's there supporting him. Like they're still together. Like they have like a little promise ring. You know that ring that Ben wears? That's like, I'm pretty sure that's like their promise ring thing. So yeah, that's why Ben doesn't really talk about his girlfriend too much, because it kind of just invites people to be talking about that. But anyways, that's why that's funny, is because they have like real hardcore beef and they no longer do a podcast. Chris California and Odell versus Ava and Camilla. Yeah, I think that's the one that people want. Watch us get our ass whooped. You've played against Jared? He's the same level as Jimmy? Yeah, that's what I thought. That was kind of what I said. Who got banned? Ian, where you been, man? Where you been? Ryan Fu, Vivian Glosman, James Ignatowicz, all got their contracts for UPA terminated. Paris Todd, she's given a little leniency. They don't know what's going to happen with her. All four of them went to Japan. They did a clinic. They weren't supposed to. They didn't ask for permission. Paris Todd did ask for permission. So they're kind of giving her some leeway on that. So does this mean that Camilla and Ava are coming to SoCal? Guess we got to play this one at the Masters. Ooh, that would be fun. That's right. I'm sure they'll be there. I don't know if I'll be there. We'll see. I might try to go. Tickets are just so expensive. It's kind of crazy. But I do want to go. You know what? I'm going to make it. I'm going to say I'm going to go. I'm going to make it work. I'll go on Saturday. So I could do a recap of it the next day. Graham is very good, just not a pro. I've seen him play. I don't know if you guys remember this, but I think it was early 2024. I recapped a match that him and Travis played against Rachel, and I think it was Anna Bright, if I remember correctly. They did a little exhibition match. It was fun to watch. Graham was actually pretty good. He had some good resets, I remember. He's better than Jared for sure. Okay. Yeah, I think I buy that. So that would be interesting. Camilla can play me and Braden. Oh, we got Dink Smash in the house. Solid podcast. Go hit them up. Dink Smash. Creeps will creep. Ooh, I wonder who you're talking about. I like you and Zane versus Balls Deep. I'm pretty sure Zane would be down for that. Zane, I would literally, okay, so like the thing that I would do with Zane is not what Tyler did with Jimmy. Like Tyler kind of let Jimmy play. I'd be like, Zane, take over, dude. I'll cover the line. Bro, get everything. Don't even let me dink, okay? Like, I need your help, dude. I would literally warm up for like 3 hours before the match started. You guys wouldn't hear from me for like a month because I would just be training every day. So nervous about blowing it. But I would make it happen. I would show up. I'm so good under pressure. Honestly, not to glaze myself, but under pressure, I'm at my best. So the more pressure I feel, the better I am. I'll just put it that way. So, hey, I'm down. Oh, and like we're totally allowed to do spin serves, right? Because that's just like a UPA rule, I'm pretty sure, right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Or was it USA Pickleball that made the rule? It might have been USA Pickleball that made the rule. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Spin serves allowed? I think they should be if I'm with him. And also, what are you going to do? You're going to challenge it? There's not a ref there. We'll just gaslight you and say you're crazy. Like Zane is like spin serving it like super hard. And they're like, dude, you can't do that. And we're like, I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't see anything. Anybody else see anything? Anybody else? Nope, we didn't. Quiet, ladies. Our point. That would be great, right? Is that not the move? And I can even tell them right now, and I'll just gaslight them that I never said this. I do know the Ben Johns and Rob Nunnery story. Yeah. Oh, Freestyle Boys. That was it. The Freestyle Boys. I don't know why they called it that. Just freestyling off the top of the dome, podcasting. Yeah, it was a Freestyle Boys. Man. Yeah, that is crazy. I was just thinking about this the other day. How do we make sure new fans know the lore? Yo, we should have like a start here. Like, here's your, like, what do you call it? Like, what do you call it? Like the chapter before a book, like the preamble? Is that what it? No. What is that? The precursor? No, that's not it either. You know what I'm talking about? Like the chapter before the book starts. It's like, you got to start here. Like, let me get you caught up the context. Donna's porch plant. Who knows the lore behind that? That was crazy. Maybe I'll talk about that in another stream, but man, that lore was crazy. Wow, tough rules. We need a Cliff Notes for Pickleball noobs. Yeah, we do. I don't think how many people realize how much crazy stuff goes on behind the scenes. Honestly, here's the thing too. There's a lot of lore that I feel like a lot of people still don't know about that's happened recently, that like it's stuff, honestly, I'm not really okay with talking about it, just because like I'm not trying to be the gossip guy or the blow up people's spot guy. There's stuff that's just like it's a little bit too far over the line, that like, there's players I like that I'm friends with, and I'm not trying to blow up their spot. But if you guys really knew some of the stuff that's going on behind the scenes, you'd be like, bro, this is crazy. This is crazy. So you got to stay in the loop with this stuff. You got to stay in the loop. Come here, even though some stuff I'm gatekeeping, I guess. But one day it'll all come out, and I'll tell you all about it. But also it's stuff that like I can't verify it as true. So I'm not going to like just say a bunch of stuff that I'm not quite sure on. If I'm sure, I would say it. But if not, I'm not going to be the one to blast that up, but put up, blast people's spot. If it's somebody I like to. If it's somebody I didn't like, then I don't care. The only guys that could beat Ava and Camilla hate each other's guts. Oh yeah, exactly. Rob and Ben. I don't think they hate each other. I think Rob is like trying to get over it. I think Ben just probably is like, don't hurt me. Donna's porch. All right, should I tell the lore between Donna's porch plant for some of you noobs in here? Donna's porch plant. Come sit by the fire, children. Come sit by the fire. Let me tell you a little story. This is crazy. So, and you guys got to correct me on some of these details. I might forget. It's been a long time. Let me get a sip of water because this might be a good one. Yo, everybody huddle up. This is a good story. So what happened was, here's how it works. So when these players go out to tournaments, sometimes what will happen is they'll have sponsor families. And so imagine you're a family that lives in the area. And let's say you live in Palm Springs for the Masters, right? You live in Palm Springs right near the courts. You're like, hey, we love PPA. We would love to host players. It's kind of cool. You're like, hey, Riley Newman and Pat Smith, do you guys want to come live at my house for the weekend? We'd love to host you. We're retired. We love pickleball. Maybe you'll give us like a free lesson or something like that. I don't know. But we'll make you dinner. We'll talk to you. We'll hang out. It's kind of a cool experience for us. We're almost like an Airbnb, but you're living with us, that type of thing. So some people will basically donate their home and be a sponsor family. So there's one tournament where poor old Donna put out like a letter on Facebook, I believe it was. She put out a Facebook, and it was this scathing accusation. And basically what she said was she didn't want to blow up anybody's spot. But she said, I had players staying at my house. They didn't come home till late at night one night, and they were hammered, and they were so loud. And long story short, she basically said that at one point, there was 2 men and 2 women in one room, and they heard inappropriate noises coming from the room. And then at one point, one of the male players came out to the front yard. Donna had a Ring camera. So Donna saw the whole thing, and this dude whipped it out and started taking a piss on one of her porch plants. Yo, like that guy was so hammered that he just went, forget the bathroom. I'm going outside to pee, and was so loud about it. Imagine poor Donna and her husband just sitting there in bed, just eyes wide open. It's 3 a.m. and you're like, should we say something? What is happening? She gets an alert on her phone. Who's outside? Oh, honey, he's peeing in our plant. Is that really? Oh no. Like imagine the horror for poor Donna. She's like, I just wanted to do something nice for you guys. I'm leaving you my home. I let you eat my snacks. You pet my dog. And you treat me like this. You're peeing in my pants. The poor lady. Oh my gosh. Like one of the funniest things ever to happen. So the guy that peed on the plant was Riley Newman. That's been discovered at this point. It was Riley Newman. And he was with Pat Smith. Now, okay, here's the thing. I'm not going to say who the woman was there. I think a lot of people know. And the only reason I'm not going to say it is because I've had someone I've had someone that would know say that story got twisted and that wasn't exactly what happened. I don't know exactly how much I believe her, but I'll just kind of leave it at that. I'm okay with saying it was Riley and Pat that were there, and Riley was the one that peed on the plant, which, hilarious move by Riley. Like, I would totally high five him if he did that. I'd be pissed if somebody peed on my front porch. And I would never do that, but it's kind of funny. Side story. This is kind of random, but speaking of peeing on front porches, I was at my buddy's house one time. So this is like back when I was probably like 20, 21. I was living at home at the time back in New Jersey. It was late at night. It was probably like 2 a.m. Me and my buddy were like outside in this front porch. I think my buddy was smoking a cigarette. We were just hanging out. We were drinking beers at the time. This is back when I drank. We're sitting on the porch. And my friend whose house we're at just all of a sudden starts peeing. Like right there, just starts peeing. He was like facing away from me, but dude, he was peeing on like the sidewalk, not the sidewalk, but like the path that you walk up to the front door. Not in the plant, not in the dirt, not back inside, literally a 20-second walk. He literally started just peeing like on the cement. And I was screaming at him like, dude, what are you doing? Why are you peeing right here? And he's like, oh, I just had to really go. I'm like, bro, like, what? Like, you couldn't hold it while we go back inside? You couldn't even just like go in the grass or the dirt? So weird. So I feel like that's what Riley Newman did there. At least he didn't go on the cement. He did go in a plant. Donna had to throw away that plant, right? Yeah, you had to. No to spin serves. Oh, come on. That's because you just don't want Zayn to win. I know you, Crystal. You just don't like Zayn. The ultimate lore. BJ and Rob Nunnery. Yep. Oh, the preface. Yes, the preface. That's the word I was looking for. Forward. Yeah, I think that's also another one. Also funny that Nunnery tried to keep the pod going after the drama. Oh, did he? The Freestyle Boys with Ben? He like did episodes after with Ben? Yo, that's actually sad. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of sad. I feel bad for him. Please come to the Masters. Message me when you get there. Would love to meet you, and I'd be willing to video some free footage on the other days. That's fine. A lot of people say that. They're like, why don't you just go to the tournaments and record yourself? It's like, that wouldn't really look great, to be honest. And also, you can't do that. They would have a copyright claim on that just as much as they do with their other footage. It happens all the time. So you are not allowed to do that, technically. Oh, with Casey Patterson. What a throwback name. Casey Patterson used to be a pro volleyball player. I think he dipped his toes in like pro pickleball, like qualifiers and stuff. But he was like all over the podcast space and stuff like that. I'm thinking of the right person, right? That was right? That was Casey Patterson? Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong dude. Got to cover the Donna Porch Plant story. Yeah. I love that story. It's so funny. Cross the line, Chris. Cross the line. I'm saving that one for you guys. I got to let you guys have some content. You guys got to spill the tea over there. We'll share the tea. Yeah, Camilla and Ava got it covered. Are there stories about Ava? Oh, what's the lore of Ava? All we know about Ava is that she got yelled at by Colin Johns one time, and it all fueled our passion for hating Colin Johns. I don't even hate Colin Johns, to be real, though. I just really think he's cringy, and I like hating on him, but I don't hate him. Actually, I love him, to be honest. I love him. I'm so thankful for the quality content he gives us. So I do have a lot of love for Colin Johns. Same with Christian Alsham. The prelude. Yeah, okay, everybody's answering that. This is newer, but we cannot let the Mesa, Arizona commentator talking about performance once women having. Oh, yo, that was pretty funny. Yeah. I don't know. It's not really like lore, but that was just a funny moment. Some commentator, this commentator, she came in and she was trying to be like, hey, look how much insight and knowledge I can spill on this commentating. Did you know that scientifically, if you have one child, you are more likely to be better at pickleball? And if you have 2 or more children, scientifically, you will play worse at pickleball? And there was like, I forget who was playing at the time, but she's like, yeah, she has 2 children. That's why she's not playing great. That's probably why. And everyone was like, what? It was so funny. And she like went like deep in on it. So, that was so funny. Someone get Netflix on the phone. We need the lure. Yeah. It's lure, not lure. Although it is lure. Lure, like when you're fishing, it hooks you in. Guess there's something to that. Can we call Alhuni again after we tell the Donna story? Should we prank phone call him? I need to chill on that for the time being. Maybe we'll bring that back soon, but maybe I'll tell you guys next week why. Anyways, I'm not going to say too much, but maybe not today, but we'll see. Go back and watch the first live stream I did this year. What was it, like a few months back? That was a fun one. We all had a lot of fun when we prank called Alhuni. I left him a nice little voicemail. Let's see. If you can believe it, it was almost 2 years ago now, which is like 10 pro pickleball years. Yo, it is crazy how quick time flies. Jaume just has sponsored middle-aged women that he stays with. Is that true? I'm confused. So football players get suspended for beating their wives while on steroids, but if a pickleball player plays a few games out of the country, they get the death sentence. I mean, are we really comparing it like that? Like, okay, like they signed an agreement. And the agreement clearly says, if you break the agreement, this will happen. They did that thing. And so the UPA was like, okay, well, here's what's happening, as it clearly says here. So yeah, so I mean, obviously one is much worse than the other, but I'm pretty sure if Paris Todd beat up her boyfriend, Hunter Johnson, she'd probably get in trouble. They'd probably terminate her contract if it was something like that. Like imagine Paris Todd on steroids. I know they're not dating anymore, but Paris Todd on maybe that's why they broke up. Paris Todd started taking steroids and just beat up Hunter Johnson. That's the lore there. Let's see. 2 men and 1 woman. Yeah, it was. Oh, that's right. You're right. It was in the Donna story. It was 2 men and 1 woman. There's 2 women involved like there, but like only one of them was in that room there. Yeah. Anyways. Donna lives near Holly Hill, Pictona. Do not dox her. We just start driving around like, yo, wait a minute. There's a porch plant. Found her. Let's go pee on it. She's like, it's like the, the original pickleball court in Bainbridge Island, how like the owners of the home, they get so frustrated because people would just show up to their property and like take pictures and play pickleball. And they're like, yo, this is my home. Like we need to do that to Donna's house where she's like, yo, everybody keeps coming to my house and peeing on my plant. Why is everybody doing this? Guys, I have a Ring camera. I have to see this every time you do it. Stop peeing on my plants. It's not funny. I would so much rather go to Donna's porch plant home than to Bainbridge Island. Who's with me on that? Where would you guys rather go? The birthplace of pickleball? Ooh, cool. Or Donna's porch? One has historical significance, and the other is Bainbridge Island. The second woman left to hook up with an MLP owner and didn't come home. A new lore dropping? I didn't know that part. Wow. Interesting. Very, very interesting. It's been a long time ago, and I still think of it every day. I see one of those Donna guests. Yeah, it's hard not to think about. If anyone knows who the female friend was, please spill the tea. Hey, I'm not doing that. Donna couldn't sleep and was livid about the camera shot of her plant getting watered. Why do I vaguely... Okay, I don't know if I like made this up in my head, like created a false memory, but I vaguely remember seeing a screenshot of the Ring camera. Can anybody verify that? Was there a screenshot going around at the time? I feel like I vaguely remember that. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I made that up in my head. Maybe I dreamed that. All my homies hate Colin Johns. That's the best meme ever. I love that. All my homies hate Colin Johns. We need Andy on a camera. Rumor, I heard 2 women came. No pun. 1 left sisters. What? Oh, more lore. Riley's mom and Lee Waters at MLP Mesa. Oh, there you go. That was another good one. MLP. This was probably back in 2023. Riley Newman's family fighting with Lee Waters. Like there was beef. Like they had to be like separated, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. So there was like some heavy beef there. That's been a while. I forgot about that one. Historical. Haha, good pun. That was MLP Daytona. So anyways, yeah, so there you go. So that's some of the lore there. Man, I love lore talk. I let me know. Guys, put it in the chat. Did you know about that? Like, am I just repeating things you guys already know? Like, if you didn't know about that, say, I didn't know about that. Because that kind of helps me know where you guys are at with this stuff. Am I just repeating stuff we've all heard? It is still fun to reminisce on all this stuff. This pickleball community has been through a lot. We've been through so much, but we persevered. And we're here now. Man, we need something good like that to happen. That's honestly, yeah, that's why I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of excited when the news dropped today. So I'm like, oh, this is kind of fun. We get to like have something to talk about again. It is kind of, I do feel bad for people like Ryan Fu and, even James and Vivian and even Paris. I do kind of feel bad that they're in this position, especially if they didn't know what was going to happen. If they were caught off guard, that sucks. Whatever. If they knew that was going to happen, they did it anyways, then all right. I don't really feel bad for you. But still, like selfishly, I'm like, ooh, things to talk about. I can't lie. Yeah, just saying if it was Mesa, I want to have seen it in person. Oh, gotcha. Oh, the fight. I knew, but still love the story time. Oh, okay, good. All right. The lobs in the sun was a great moment in pickleball history. Yo, that was crazy. I think was that 2022? That might have been 2022. It was, who was it? Remind me, guys. Who was it? It was Lee Waters and Ann Lee Waters. They were playing against, oh my gosh, what is her name? I could see her face. I think she's Russian, right? Oh my gosh, why am I forgetting her name? Anyways, they were playing against Anna Lee and Lee, and it was a sunny day, and they kept lobbing it. Like every rally, lobbing the ball really high. And it was they couldn't see because the sun was in their eyes. And Lee would literally couldn't hit the ball. She was missing and stuff. And she got so mad that she was getting in their face. Like, you want to lob me like that? You want to play with me like that? And literally Anna Lee had to pull her back. So if you guys watch in a few seconds, when we play partner body bag winner off the net, you'll see that clip of Anna Lee pulling back Lee Waters. And that was why. It was because she was so mad that they were getting lobbed. And most people at the time were like, yo, you're allowed to lob people. Like, why wouldn't you do that? And yeah, she was doing it because the sun was in her eyes. But we're playing outside. That's a factor. When you guys switch sides, you could do the same thing too. So that was, it was Yana. That's right. That was Yana. Yana Newell. Well, that's her. Now she's married to Ben Newell. It's Yana Newell. What was her actual last name? I can't remember off the top of my head. Let's see. Sorry, not sorry. Rather go to Bainbridge. Hate the smell of old urine. Yeah, well, it's not for everybody, I guess. QD set the example. No excuses. Yeah. You know what? Actually, it's a fair point. It is kind of hard to feel bad from when you consider that. That is a good point. It's like they didn't know that they didn't have to get permission. We all knew the story about QD. So never heard of the lore, but I'm loving it. Keep the stories coming, please. Will do. Fed, ALW, and AJ story with the choke. Oh, yeah, that was a little bit more recent. What was it? It was Fed playing against Anna Lee Waters and AJ Kohler. Oh, it was Fed and Tyra in MLP playing against them. And they were chirping a little bit, but Fed hit I think he body bagged her or hit a winner. And he went, take that, you fucking bitch. And Anna Lee was like, what did you say? And remember, this is back when Anna Lee was 17, I think at the time. So she is technically a child. Not technically, she is a child. And AJ Kohler just got in his face and was like, bro, you don't say that to my teammate. What did you say? Don't say that. And then actually it escalated from there because then Fed and AJ had a beef. They did not like each other. And then there was a moment a few tournaments later where it actually did escalate and got physical. And I believe it was something like AJ put Fed in a chokehold or grabbed him or kind of threw him down or something like that. I don't know exactly what happened. It wasn't on film or anything. People saw it. But I think it was one of those things where either the cops were called or like they could have been called. Like it was that bad. But Fed has said like, oh, like I remember there's one time where like Fed complained about something. I forget exactly what he said, but he's like, oh, like you guys are okay with this, but when somebody physically assaults another player, you guys are okay with it, implying like AJ Kohler physically like assaulted me. So yeah, it was like a real crazy thing that beef was happening. AJ Kohler is ready to fight anybody. I kind of like that. I don't want people to get violent, and that is kind of where I cross the line. Is like when you get violent, like you got to hand out consequences. But I can't deny it's pretty badass. It is pretty badass. Especially when it's something where it's like he's standing up for a teammate, you know, or like holding people accountable to like hooks, stuff like that. Like I can't lie, that's kind of dope. Rob Nunnery and Adam Stone podcast. It feels right. Is that a candidate to play Ava and Camilla? They would get beat. I think they would get beat. Odoth and Heishe know where all the bodies are buried. Yo, they do know all the lore. They are the goated pickleball fans. I learned from them. Fed was pretty valid after what ALW was saying to him. Oh, I forget what it was. She did say something to him. I do remember it was like a clap back, and then everybody kind of freaked out on Fed. Yeah, ALW was pissed. Yeah, she was pissed. It's funny to watch when she gets mad. Just like the thing with Hayden Patrickman. Unless you are Alshon, then she was prime pickings at 17. Yeah. AJ would have twisted Fed like a pretzel. Probably. I think he did. I think he ended up doing that. He didn't say the F word, but I like that you added it. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he didn't say the F word. He just said B. Am I getting that confused with what did Hayden say? Man, I'm like, it's getting all jumbled into one. Oh, I think it was Hayden that said F and B. Oh, yeah, it was just take that B. Yeah. See, that's why we have Heishe here. She is like, she's like my fact checker for lore. All the stuff that I get wrong. And even like Odoth is in the chat. Like it was like, here's the last name, you know, like correcting me on names and stuff. I love it so much. I need this. It's the hockey genes. Yeah. AJ Kohler was a big hockey player, not like a pro or anything, but he played hockey. I'm pretty sure at a high level. And obviously if you play hockey, you got to get ready to fight. And also there's just like a different demeanor to a hockey player. Like you just kind of come in like a physical confrontation. You know, more than like, imagine like a golf player who's playing pickleball. You're not coming in with that energy. You know what I mean? AJ and Rafa almost did fight this year. Yeah. Because of a hook call. We got Marty Maratai in the chat, I guess. What up? Yo. LW said if you played like this in the PPA, you would actually win something. Oh, is that what she said? I kind of vaguely remember that. If you play like this PBA, you'd actually win something. Yeah, so she was talking smack. But then, oh no, Fed said a curse word. Oh no. Get over it, little girl. Lee Waters didn't know about that, but it doesn't surprise me. Then he went on a career run in singles. Yeah, he really did after that. All right, let's do this. Let's wrap up with everybody's favorite game to play. And by everybody's game, I mean my favorite game. Shall we? Let's play partner body bag winner off the net.
Partner body bag winner off the net. Partner body bag winner off the net. Leia Jansen winner off the net. Tyson McGuffin winner off the net. Haley Waters body bag. James Vidanovich body bag. Sorry not sorry winner off the net. Sorry not sorry partner.
All right, let's play. Oh, actually, real quick. We got Sean Munoz in the chat. Both Fed and Hayden called her a bitch, and then both got extremely good at pickleball, so maybe there's something to it. Yo, you might be right. Okay, here's my move. Ava, Camilla, I will play against you guys, but I'm lefty. I'm going to hit an Ernie. I'm going to hit lots of Ernies, and I might call you guys the B word. It's all out of love, and it's just to make me better at pickleball, so, like, don't get offended. But if I want to win, and apparently we're playing for money or sponsors, I might have to call you the B word. You could try and fight me. Or if whoever my partner is, maybe it's Zane. But that's going to be the move. That's the new meta. That's how I win. That's how I win at that. All right, anyways. Let's see. What are we thinking? Partner body bag winner off the net. Who's got ideas here? Who's got ideas? Should I just do it out of the 4? Tyler, Jimmy, Camilla, and Ava? Should I try it on them? Or, hey, should we do the 4 that got suspended? Vivian. I'm going to do both right now. How about we do both? All right, out of the 4 that got, well, we'll do the 3 that actually got cut. Ryan, James, Vivian Glosman. Oof. Who do I want to partner? Who do I want to body bag and win it off the net? Got a body bag, James Ignatowicz, right? I think he would take it the best. I would feel bad with the other 2, so I got to do with him. Who do I want to partner with? I feel like it's got to be Vivian Glosman. I feel like she would be like a better partner. Ryan Fu would be cool, but I feel like because here's the thing, I play better with a partner who could laugh at themselves, is a little bit more positive. Not that Ryan's not, but Vivian Glosman, she'll like laugh at herself when she like misses a ball or something like that. I need that kind of energy. That's what I'm playing with. Okay. So partner with Vivian Glosman, body bag James Ignatowicz, winner off the net against Ryan Fu. All right. Let's do Ava. And you guys give me yours too. I'm curious what you guys, okay. Yeah. Partner with Viv, body bag Ryan, and winner off the net against James, says Big Sack. Okay. I'm also going to do, let's see, who would I partner with? Body bag, winner off the net. I'm going to partner with, it's either got to be Camilla or Ava. And whoever I don't choose is going to hate my guts. So it's really like, who am I okay with not like, I'll tell you what, Camilla is very kind to me, is always very positive in general. But Ava is ruthless with her roasts and just says it with like the most serious face. If she starts roasting me, I'm screwed. I'm so screwed. So I think I gotta I gotta partner with Ava. I gotta get her on my side. Like I need her to roast whoever we're playing against, not me. She can't be. If you roast me, I'm gonna crumble. And then I gotta body bag Tyler, right? That way Odoth can clip it and start harassing him on Instagram. We got to do that, right? And then a winner off the net against Jimmy. I think that would be the funniest thing against Jimmy. Sorry, Camilla. You're neutral in this. Nothing is going to happen to you. And Camilla says valid. All right. Well, there you go. We did that. All right. We did it. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for this stream. Thank you guys. It's been over 2 hours. This is a fun one. Thank you guys for hanging out. Before you guys head out, make sure you're subscribed. Hit the like button before you take off. Again, check out the Etsy store if you guys are interested. Go grab yourself some gear. Maybe become a member on Patreon. Become a member on YouTube. All the links down in the description below. I will say this before we... also, I'm bringing back Family Feud. I keep saying it at the end. I meant to say this at the beginning. I am bringing back Family Feud. I need to make a questionnaire, so I need all your help. We need to get the survey going. If you're doing the survey, do it seriously. Don't make joke answers. Because I'm just not going to include them if they're joke answers. They're funny. They do make me laugh, but I can't play a game with not real answers. So try to genuinely, sincerely answer them. I'm going to post it on Instagram, on X, the link to that coming up. So make sure you check that out and fill that out. I need as many people as we can get. And if you do want to participate in that, I'm going to do teams of 2. So 2 versus 2. If you want to sign up, already got a few people interested. Send me a DM, send me a message. I'll get you on there. So we'll be back bringing back Family Feud. And I'll say this before I go. Next week might have some news. I don't know if it's good news or bad news, but I'm pretty sure coming up next week, I will have some news to report about the channel. I'm just going to leave it at that. So make sure you tune back in next week. I'm telling you, you'll need to tune back in for this one. Also, next week, I'm going to be covering the match between Anna Bright and Thomas from the Dink. Yo, he called me up. Thomas called me up and was like, dude, how do you go from the week before last? You literally didn't even remember my name. You literally forgot my name on stream. And then the next week you do a whole freaking segment about me. He's like, I guess that's where we're at now. I was a little embarrassed. He called me out. But anyways, I will be covering that match. That should be a ton of fun. So make sure you jump back in next week. And that's about it. Follow me on X. Follow me on Instagram. Subscribe on here. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you back next week. Take care, everybody.